Good morning everyone. So in this video we are going to discuss about the block diagrams. In the block diagram, okay, so this is the another method. So here if you see over here input the summing point, another summing point G1 block and summing point G2 block, G3 block and output. So here it will be connected to H2 and H1 the feedback loop is connected over here. So this takeoff point is placed between the G2 and this summing point. Okay, so now what to do? So this uh, summing point we move on to over here. So then only can able to solve. So the summing point we move on to over there. So what is the feedback loop is loop is there, block. So that it comes into 1 by G1 over. The 1 by G1 directly they are going to multiply with the H2 block, because both the things it connected in the series, so it will become H2 by G1. So the next step, the summing points. So these two loops it will be connected in the feedback manner, so that G1 divided by 1 plus G1 into H1. So it will become like, so after that directly this G2 G3 and this feedback loop it will be in the series manner. So directly we are going to multiply over here, that will become G1 G2 G3 into divided by 1 plus G1 H1. So after this these two things is going to multiply over here. So that will, because of this is also the feedback loop. So G1 G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G1 H1 plus G2 G3 H2. So after simplifying this, this will becomes over here. But if you see in the bottom feedback loop, they are not provided any block over there. So if you are not providing any blocks, so these things we are going to consider as a 1. Okay, so if you are considered as a 1, okay, so this will become going to G1 G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G1 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G1 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 into 1. So it will become same only. So after that, if you are taking LCM, then denominator get cancelled over here. Finally the value you are getting G1 G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G1 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 plus G1 G2 G3. Okay, so that C of S by R of S is equal to G1 G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G1 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 plus G1 G2 G3. So that is the uh, transfer function of that particular problem. Then you can see the another type. Here see over here summing point, another summing point placed over here. So how to eliminate these two things, that you can go and see over in this type of block diagram. Okay, so in this deep in this type of block diagram, so R of S, so G3 like this, the G1 G2 H1 as H2 they are provided. So here this is the one feedback loop, this is feedback loop, and this one will be the forward loop. Okay, so eliminating these two summing point into the single, it will be connected like this. Okay, so this feedback loop it comes in down, and this one it will becomes in the top. Okay, so now these two things is in the parallel manner, these two things is in the feedback manner. So this you can eliminate now itself. So parallel means we are going to add. So while adding, this will become G1 plus G3. Feedback loop, if we are eliminating, G2 minus 1 minus G2 H1, so into H2. So these two things will be in the series manner. So we are going to multiply this one, G1 plus G3 into H2 divided by 1 minus G2 H1. Okay, so if you are eliminating these two things, okay, see like this, you are getting the final answer as a G1 G2 plus G2 G3 by 1 minus G2 H1 plus G1 G2 H2 plus G2 G3 H2. So R of S into C of S, G1 G2 plus G2 G3 divided by 1 minus G2 H1 plus G1 G2 H2 plus G2 G3 H2. Okay, so here we are going to multiply these terms and then apply the feedback formula. Okay, feedback formula. So applying the feedback formula, finally you are getting this value. So this is the value is called it as transfer function of this particular system. Okay, so here only thing is we have to remember this one, like converting this two summing point into the single. Okay, another point we should have to remember over here, the previous problem here they are given as a simple loop. Okay, so simple loop they will be provided, the feedback we are going to take in terms of 1. That's it. Okay, so from that we are going to find the transfer functions. Okay, so the transfer function are going to find for the second problem finally this one. Thank you.